Well, hello, welcome, and a good day to you, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. I'm David Higgins with Presto Sports, and I want to thank you for joining our webinar today on the integrated infographic solution that we're bringing about in partnership with our friends at Scoreshots. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. Since we know people are busy, we're holding two webinars with Scoreshots to discuss this new infographic solution. Our next session is on Tuesday, June 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you have to step out today, or if you want to invite a friend to the one that we're having on Tuesday, feel free to do so, because we will be covering the same material next week. Recordings and other follow-up material will be sent out then, so look for that early next week. We will also have time at the end of today's webinar for your questions and answers. So please feel free to send them to us via the Q&A window. We do ask that you use that Q&A feature because it is the surest way for us to see all of the questions that come in so that we can address them, whether that's today, at the end, or offline if need be. So with that, I'd like to turn things over to my teammate, Alex, who's going to be guiding you through some elements of the Presto system. And then we're going to be introducing our friends at Scoreshots, who are going to be talking to you about their infographic solution. And we're going to be showing you how this all works in one nice integrated system. So Alex, take it away.
Thanks, David. And yeah, like David mentioned, I'll be going over how the Scoreshots is integrated within Presto, within the CMS. And for those who have used previous infographic solutions, it will look very familiar. So when you sign into Presto, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're in the game day tab. And for this demo purpose, we're going to go to the unofficial football season. So when we're in that unofficial football season, you'll see your schedule here with some games. And I'm just going to click the date and time of this first event. So in that event, you'll have, you're on your event information page where you have all the information of the game, the final score. There may be some stats in here. But for infographics, you want to scroll down a bit and go to the infographics section here. From there, we can click Add Infographic, and it'll give us this screen. Right here, you can select the template type. It can be different types of graphics that Doug will go over in Scoreshots. But for this purpose, we're going to click Post Game. And then here is where you would choose the image that's been uploaded to the Presto CMS that we're going to use for the infographic. So that can be either uploaded as soon as if you want to upload an action shot for a game. But for here, we're going to go to recently updated, and I'm just going to add this photo we have here. So I'm going to click OK. There's the image path, and now we're going to create the infographic. And then from that point, that will take us to the Scoreshots CMS integrated within Presto. As you can see, you stay on the same Presto URL. And from here, I'm going to hand it over to Doug to kind of go through how to build the actual graphics. So I'm going to stop sharing here. And Doug should now be the host. And yeah, feel free to take it away, Doug.
Sorry about that. I was muted. I apologize for that. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So this is our Scoreshots interface. This is what you'll see, like Alex mentioned, after you select your template that you would like. And this is our interface. So this is all of our templates. This is our in-game or our post-game graphics as Alex selected. If you need to change, your category, you can. We have the categories listed here, just like you saw in the Presto interface. So I can scroll down if I need, game stats, quote, whatnot. So I can change it if I need to. We also have the filter here, so you can filter by sport in all the particular sports. If you are looking for a certain size, so we have, a wide selection of templates here, all variety of different sizes. But if you are looking for, a certain size template, you can filter by square, landscape, and portrait. All you have to do is click on the icon that you want. So if I want a square template, I can just click on the square template interface, and all the square graphics will show up. So you can filter if you are looking for a particular size. So I just unclick that. We also have a filter up here where you can filter by our newest, oldest, and most popular templates. So you can, if you click on the most popular templates, this is where you can see what some of our most popular templates that our other Scoreshots customers are using. So just a variety of different, these are the in-game templates that are the most popular. So just to give you a sense of what other customers are really utilizing as far as our templates go. So I'll go back to the newest templates. So now I'm going to use this, this graphic here. This is our post-game, one of our more popular post-game graphics. So when you find the template that you want to use, you just select that template, and then you want to hit the create button. So what will happen is it'll load the template. Let's take a few seconds here. Load that image that you added from the Presto side. So that is automatically added. You can change it if you need to. All you have to do is just go to the background tab. It's already here. So you can go to your media library, or you can upload from device. So if you need to change that image, you can. So you can change that out however you need to. Within all of our templates, I'll point out right away too, you can resize that template. So if you need, looking for a particular size, maybe you want a Twitter header, Facebook cover or whatnot, you can resize it. So you can just select the size that you need, or if you need a custom size for your website or whatnot, you can change that in the custom settings. So you can resize your graphics. I know that's a very popular question, so I wanted to answer that and mention in the demo today. So now we'll go down to the graphics section, and this is where you can add your logo. So we'll go into my logos, and we have a variety of ways to add the logo. So we have the Scoreshots account set up. You can just go to your media library here. If your logos, you have your logos or your conference logos, you can just go to your media library here and select that logo. We're going to use the Notre Dame Navy game, so I'll go back one. So we do have the stock library. And what the stock library is basically we have all of our college logos added into the system. So you can go by conference. So if you're looking for, a college logo, you can just go Division 1, 2, or 3, NIAI, or junior college, and go to that conference and then find the logo that way. So if I go to Division 1, I can go and find my school logo this way. Or, say I just need to search on it. I just want to search on it. So if I type in Irish here, this will bring in all the Irish logos. So now if I go to the bottom logo here, I'll just select it. And then what will happen is it'll add that logo to the top template here. I can make my templates or my logos larger if I need to. I can move my logos around. So one thing that really stands out with Scoreshots is the ability to add or move logos wherever you need to. So I can move the logo wherever I want to, up, down, really place it wherever I need to. Right now, I'll just leave it up here so you can see it there. Now, within our graphics area here, again, our graphic, you can add, so we do have a spot for a sponsor logo. Let's say you need maybe you need a media logo. So if I just go to my, add my logo, I'll go to my media, and I'll add my ESPN logo. And again, you can move that wherever you need to. So I'll move my logo down here at the bottom, just as a spot, and you can resize it just by moving over the circles here and just making it larger or smaller. So it's a variety of different things you can do there. Now, within the graphics tab, we also have the area here with cutouts. So if I click on add a cutout, and this is just an example, so I'll go to my media library. I have one in my soccer folder. So just an example, if I click on this image here with the green screen, we have the ability with this feature in Scoreshots, I can go to my remove background, click on green. It's already set for green here. And then if I just move the intensity slider over, that green screen you can see completely disappeared. This graphics from the web, so it's a little pixelated, but it gives you a sense of how that works. So go over a little bit more. And then with that cutout, I can move that wherever I want to. So it's a great thing with Scoreshots. You can, if you do use a green screen, you have the ability to add images with the green screen, and then you can remove that green from image quite easily. So just a really nice feature within Scoreshots. Now, if I go to the next tab, this is the text tab. And this is where you can change the colors of the text within the template. So you can see we have the black text here and the purple. So for example, if I want to change that purple text, maybe I want to make it all white. I just click on the color that I need, the color palette here, and I can change it to white. If you need and you want it to stand out, maybe I want this as a different color, I can click that text box, and then I can change the color just going to the font color. And then we'll just say we want to make it green for, for Notre Dame, for example. So if I click on green, you can see that text changed. So now I can select all, and I can type in the score. So I change the score to 35, oops, change it to 42, change the score. So I added the score. So you can change it in the text box here, or we have a spot up here on the left that's under text. So you can change the text there as well. So 2 spots that we give you to change the text. Now I'll change the text here to final, and then I'll change the score to 35, just as an example. I'll change the text here, navy. I'll change up here to Irish, so everything looks good. You can see I can change the text. Now if I go back to that text box, if I want to change the font size or the font family, all I have to do is just click on which font family I want, and then I can change it. As well as the I can change the size, just increasing or decreasing the size from the arrows or typing in the value here. So quite easily I can change the text however I need to. So just a variety of different ways I can change text. And just like I move the logos, I can change text. So I'll just for this example, I can add text I need to. So I can add a heading, subheading, or small body of text. So for right now, I'll just add a subheading just to show you I can move. So I'll just add a hashtag testing, just so you can see I can move the text just like I move the logo. So a lot of different variety that you can do. So I can move the text, I can make it larger, I can make it smaller. I can also, for example, if I don't want this placeholder, I can hit delete and it'll remove that text. So we do have the placeholders within the templates, but you can delete the text if you need to. And there's a hashtag right here. So just then go Irish as an example, and I'll make that white. So I'll just go back and change that font color to white. And you can see that text changed to white now. So now if I go to the More tab, this is where I can change the elements within the template. I can change the colors. So if I wanted to change, maybe I want to make this white, this border here, I can just hover over the color, and then I could change that to white if I wanted to. For right now, I'll just leave it as is. But you do have multiple areas that you can change color however you need to. So you can change the colors if you need to in your template. We also have the ability to add shapes. We have 9 preloaded shapes here. So I'll just add the star as an example. So you can just click on any one that you want, and it'll add that shape to your graphic. You can resize the graphic however you need to. You can change the coloring. So just make this one green, for example, and you can place that just like the logo and the text wherever you need to. So I can move that however I need to. So just a variety of different things you can do within your template. Just like we have here the shapes. If I down, I can go to textures, and we have 6 preloaded textures. So just a variety of different ones. We have the halftone, stripes, honeycomb, diagonal strokes, jersey texture, and Pablo grain. So if I go to jersey texture, you can see that added that cool looking jersey texture. So we have a couple of preloaded ones. We'll be working on adding a few more in the coming months. If you don't like it, all you have to do is just unclick it, and it'll remove that texture. So just a really variety of different things you can do there. Now, if I go one below there, we have motion effects as well. So this is a standard PNG file template, so just a graphic template. We have the motion effects that'll basically put a 10-second movie clip on top of the template. We have 8 preloaded motion effects. We have the fireworks, the smoke, the glitch effect, sparks, fire and flames, lightning, confetti, and glass. So if I just click on the lightning as an example, what'll happen is you'll start to see the lightning ad, and it's a 10-second clip again that goes right on top of your template, just kind of an eye-catching pop to your social media presence. So our customers really love this motion effects, and again, we have 8 different ones. So if basically if you want to remove it, all you do is just hit clear effect, and it'll remove that effect. Then we also have other motion effects down below. We have the pan effect that moves the image left to right, right to left, top to bottom, or bottom to top, and then the fade effect. And the fade will start off black and then fade the image in. And those are MP4 motion effects as well. So just really cool effects that you can add to your template. Really exciting stuff that you can do within your template. And the last piece is our layers. So if you've ever used Photoshop, layers is very similar. So if I go back to my graphics, I'll just add a cutout. I have my football player here. Let's add this football player. So now I have the football player here. And if I want to change the layering, the custom cutout is at the bottom. If I move it up further to the top, it'll be behind more of the stuff. So if I move it to right here, you can see now it's behind that rectangle. So, if you have multiple cutouts or you want to change different things, the layering effect is really cool It's kind of a more advanced feature, but you do have the benefit of changing layering around with cutouts, text, and whatnot, so you can show your graphic. So I'll just remove this cutout for now. But that's pretty much the elements within Scoreshots. It's very easy to use. A lot of people love how easy it is to add and customize a template, but that's really as simple as it is. So I'll hand the reins back over to Alex on here.
Hey, Doug, real quick. I've got a couple questions that came through. One
Go
is
ahead.
from Eric Moffitt. Will Canadian U Sports or CCAA schools can those be added to the logo database?
I'll check with our team. I believe so, but I'll double check with our team. I'll write that down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since you guys will have Canadian schools, we just have to let you know, and I think somebody on your end will just add all of them in there.
That most likely is the plan, and I'll double check, but I definitely believe so.
Cool. And then another one here is, can you add texture to certain elements rather than the whole template?
We are working on a different way to add the template, so you can basically change it so like it's only shown in certain areas. We should have that ready by midsummer. Our development team is making some fixes in order to do that. Right now you can't, but that is the plan, to have that. And if you reach out to us on support, we do have a couple workarounds. If you have a template that you want worked around, we can definitely do that. I can definitely help with that. But the plan is by midsummer to have a different way with the template, so you can do that.
Cool. And then got a couple going here. Sorry. I guess we could save these to the end. Alex, if you want to just finish your part, and then I can ask a couple other questions that are coming through here. Good stuff, though.
Okay.
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay, so I will share my screen again here. And so let's go back into game day for that event. And here you can see the graphic that Doug created. So this is the page that will show up when you originally create the graphic. And if you have other social media accounts, they'll ask you to share. So from here, you can share to Twitter with a tweet. You can add on to that message. And you can also choose the graphic that you want. So the graphic will also be listed in your website tab here. So I'm going to go to the unofficial football season, which is here. And we're going to go into photos. And then it'll automatically create an infographic section for you. You don't have to do any of that. And then you'll see your infographic here. And you can view the file path as a standalone here as well. So yeah, that's how it works. Once you create it in Scoreshots, it'll automatically do it for you in Presto. And it's very easy to share, very easy to access from two different areas within the CMS. So with that, I can turn it back over to Nick and Doug to answer some questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. So I got one here, and I think I know the answer, but I want to verify from Kevin Colley. Do we need to add RGB colors manually, or can the Scoreshots team do that for us? I'm pretty sure that if you already were an existing Infographics customer, we did grab your colors automatically. But Doug, does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah, so you can that's a good question. So in our team settings, if they didn't get the colors to you guys, if they log in to Scoreshots outside of Presto, there's an area in the team settings that you can add the colors. And if they reach out to us on support chat, we can help them change the colors so that when they open the template, those colors will be basically customized for their team colors. So we can walk them through that. It's pretty simple, but if they need help, they can reach out to us on our support chat, and we can definitely help them. But yeah, the colors will be customizable to their team settings.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Kevin.
Sure.
And then another one here, are there ways to change the template to meet the needs of sports that you don't have?
Okay. What, do they have an example of the sport? Was it esports maybe?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Okay. I know if it's esports, we will have some templates coming in the summer. We're actually working on that, talking internally about that.
Cool.
We do have, and we do have, some Like I know cross country has been a question. We do have some templates in that category, and we're working on adding more. But pretty much most of the templates, you can open up and customize however you need to. That's the great thing about Scoreshots. And to be honest, I was actually a customer of Scoreshots for 2 years before I started working with them about a year and a half ago. And I was a lacrosse coach. And when I started, we didn't really have, Scoreshots didn't have a ton of lacrosse templates. So I just customized the ones that I needed. So there's a lot of flexibility with the templates. So you can change the wording, the stats, whatever you need. And again, if they have a question and they want to reach out to us, we can kind of customize something a little bit for them if they need help. But definitely all the templates you can kind of tweak for your sport that you're looking for.
Cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it looks like it was for esports, and the other one was for
Okay.
ultimate frisbee. But like Doug said, though, you can
Okay.
You can use a template and you can start from scratch, and you can do whatever you want. It's a template's just your basis, and you can remove and add elements as you want. Is that right, Doug?
Yeah. Yep. That's correct.
Awesome. Thanks, Kristen. I got another one from Eric here. Is there an app for mobile device usage?
So right now we don't have a mobile application or app, but you can basically go to next.scoreshots.com. We do have a mobile interface for phone and tablet, and it's just a cleaner version than the desktop or laptop. So you can definitely access Scoreshots while you're on the road or in the press box or on the field to access your to create a template. So definitely. Don't have an app right now, but you can definitely go to next.scoreshots.com and then basically, create your template from there.
Cool. Thank you. And then this one might be for Alex. Can you publish directly to your social media accounts when working through the Presto backend, similar to how you work directly in the Scoreshots backend? I believe yes.
Yeah. So when you're on that share option and when you have your accounts there listed, we had Twitter and Facebook listed, but yeah, that will post directly to your social media accounts with the graphic. So yes.
Cool. And then part 2 of that, I think, is, are you working with the same image and graphic libraries when working from the Presto backend and directly from within Scoreshots?
So it's a different library. The image that we uploaded, the Notre Dame football image, we uploaded that through the Presto CMS, and maybe Doug can expand on this, but once we uploaded that to the Presto CMS and opened the Scoreshots integration, the graphic will be in Scoreshots. Is that correct, Doug?
Yes, that's correct. It opened up. So Alex selected the image that, like you mentioned, Notre Dame player, and that filled into the template. So that that's how we added that image for the presentation today. So that worked, great. That's a really easy way to add the images.
Cool. Let's see here. So let's see, from Candace, this, if you're going to the Presto Sports into Scoreshots to create the template, is there a way to have the team's scores automatically populate? That's a good question. Let me see here. Might have to come offline for you on that one, Candace. I'll have to do some research. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Another one. If you've loaded photo galleries for events, will these photos be available in the Scoreshots section of the website? Alex?
Like what if you uploaded a photo gallery in the Presto CMS, it wouldn't be automatically in Scoreshots unless you link the photo or use the photo for an infographic. Like if that Notre Dame image was part of a whole gallery for that game, I do not believe it would automatically show in Scoreshots unless we either manually uploaded it through a Scoreshots account or we went through the process we just did there. But no, I do not believe so.
Cool, thank you. Let's see here, just going through, sorry. May have missed. Does this require photos to be uploaded to both Scoreshots and Presto, or can you select just from the Presto backend?
Yeah, so as long as you go through the process of clicking add infographic in game day, you won't have to upload any, like the actual photos that you want to use in the graphic, unless you want to use add-ons like Duggan mentioned with the green screen and everything. But if the actual photo that is the infographic is surrounded by, you only have to upload those through Presto.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you. Let's see here. Is there any functionality to align different layers? When a text gets longer or shorter on the template, I find it can get uncentered from the other elements. That might be for you, Doug.
It's a good question. You can move the text if you need to. I'm trying to think like about the question. You can move the text so that it's more centered. So like as you're adding text, maybe it gets, you know, away from the way the element looks on the template. But you can move the text or resize it if it kind of gets uncentered. We do have the alignment with the left, right, and center. And you can resize it to kind of, you know, center it more on that focus. If the text is longer, you can also break the line of text. And then so it's, you know, kind of key depending on the element or the template that you're using. So yeah, you can definitely align it however you need to. If it's, you know, longer text and you kind of want to center it, I mean, you can move the text however you need to.
Gotcha. Cool. Another one here is there a video template for Scoreshots, or is it strictly graphics?
So you can add video as well. All of our templates, you have the ability to add video. And that's, you know, basically, you know, we have customers that use Huddle crossover that have game film broken down. So you can add video, you know, that way broken down game film, or I know some schools like to have intros. So you can have, you know, intro video, and pretty much all of our templates, you have the ability to not only add images, but to add video as well. So it just has to be MP4 formatted, movie formatted video, but it'll work within the Scoreshot system.
Awesome. Yeah, these are good questions. I still got plenty more, so thanks everybody for coming through here. Let's see. Can you group and or align objects text on the graphics to each other?
Can you say that question again? Sorry.
Yeah. So can you group or align objects? Can you group and or align objects / text on the graphics to each other?
So we do have a grid line that you can actually. That's similar to how, you know, Photoshop works, where you can align text and logos, whatnot within the system. There's a button right on top that has the grid line that we actually added about, I think our development team added about a month and a half ago. So you can kind of align those elements, you know, better. And I think, I don't know if it was Alex or Nick, you mentioned about, you know, building templates from starting from scratch. So that was one popular option that people wanted to see, was the grid line. So you can align, you know, the text. We don't have like a navigation where you can, you know, kind of lock in the layers as much as like a Photoshop, but gives you a starting point with the grid line, so you can kind of align, you know, whatever you need to line up better.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then another one here, and I think this was probably a popular question from a lot of people. So I know asking about stats auto-populating. Right now, I believe that's not available in this first version, but we are looking to integrate stats, so that way stats can be pulled from the Presto and populate into a graphic. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one there, Doug or Alex or Charles, but I'm very positive that is in the roadmap. Another one here, for season schedule or weekly schedule templates, can they be exported and sized for poster print?
So I know on our end, we are working on having an area where you can change the resolution for print. That's something that we've talked about internally. You can, I know there are some customers that will export the graphic, like how I showed at the beginning, how to resize the graphic. They'll resize the graphic a little larger for print. Obviously it's built more for social media, so the resolution won't be the greatest for print. But we do know of some schools that have printed out, some of our schedule templates or whatnot, for their teams or for whatever. They had the ability to print out, but we are looking at ways to export at a higher resolution so you can print. So that's something that we're working on. Hopefully again by midsummer, end of summer, that's something that our development team's looking at right now. So you can try to make the image, the template larger and then print from there. Can't promise, depending on what printer you take it to or where you print it, how the resolution is going to look. But we are working in a way to have a larger or better resolution for print.
Cool. Thanks, Doug. And then this is probably, Mike DeVader, we're already a Scoreshots client. How do we add this to the back end of our website? I'm pretty sure we probably already configured that, but Doug, do you have any insight on that?
Yeah, you should be linked up, but I can double check on your account. And that was Mike that asked that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'll double check Mike and we'll send you an email, but you should have, it should be linked, but I'll double check on that.
Cool. Yeah, these are all great questions, everyone. I'm trying to get all of them here. When writing this one's probably for you, Alex. When writing a release in Presto, can you create a graphic in Scoreshots that can become the release and rotator image? I believe the answer is yes, but Alex, I'll let you're the expert here.
Yeah, so when you create that infographic, it does create a path like it would for any other image. It is in a separate folder, an infographics folder. But yeah, you can use and resize that infographic if you want to fit your thumbnail size for your site. But yeah, you definitely could do that.
All right, let's see here. All right. And just a reminder too, we're recording. This will be recorded and emailed to everyone. So if you did miss something on how to add the pictures or anything like that, you'll receive this video with those instructions as well. Trying to see here. See, there's a question here. Do you have to upload images multiple times over the site? I don't believe so. Once an image is uploaded, like in the Presto CMS, then it's going to live there, and then you would transfer into the Scoreshots, into the template. It should then transfer into Scoreshots. Is that right, Alex?
Yeah, you're right.
Cool. Let's see here. Any other questions here? Let's see. Like I said, we're still working to get more integration going. So if there's more data from the Presto CMS, that's all still on the roadmap. We're just getting started here, and they're excited. Let's see here.
Hey, Nick, I'd like to remind anybody that is on the line today that does not have a current infographics package with Presto Sports, and you are interested in starting with this right away. There are two methods to reach out to our team. You can go on our website to shopprestosports.com and review the package details there, or you can also reach out directly to a member of our sales team by contacting sales@prestosports.com. So just wanted to send that friendly reminder out to everybody this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Charles. And then, yeah, for the pricing, you can go and check that out at shopprestosports.com. And I think it is a base price on that one. There's just I believe there's 3 different packages, but you can check that out, shopprestosports.com, and you can see how many templates you get, stuff like that within our website there. Let's see here. Yeah, and I can, it's shopprestosports.com, sorry. Let's see here. If there is a font specific to a brand that is not included in Scoreshots already, can that be added?
Yeah, so you can add, if you do have like a font that your school uses or a font that you like to use, you can add that to your team settings within Scoreshots. And then it also has to be as a TTF type font. And you can add that to your team settings. If you need it converted, we can help convert it for you. Just let us know. But yeah, you can definitely add, a font if you have it approved for the school, or you just like a certain font, you can definitely add it into the Scoreshot system.
Cool. Let's see here. That's a good question here. So we have teams with social media staff that would have limited access. Is this a Presto access question or Scoreshots?
Good question.
Alex, do you have? I might be able to take that one offline, Eric. That's a good question. I know within the Scoreshots, if you were not doing the integration, Doug, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can create different accounts through there, right? And have different access.
Yes. So you can have, like, if they needed, user, if they had like a student intern and they didn't want them to have access to everything, or to post to certain accounts, we do have user permissions. Once you create the account, like if you had a student intern and you only wanted them to post to one Twitter account or one Facebook account, or or whatever, you can restrict access to what they can post to. So you can definitely limit where they post to.
Cool. Let's see here. I got a question about, we have some marks that Jagord said we have an unusual font not in the Adobe software fonts. Doug, who did you say to email about seeing if that can be incorporated?
So they can, if you want to post my my email after or on the chat, that's fine. For people that have other questions too, it's just dougm@imsports.com, and I can they can send me or let me know what font it is, and I can take a look. We should be able to make it work though.
Okay, and that's just Doug and then the letter M at imsports.com.
Yep, that's correct.
Cool. I just I'll send that to you there, Mark. Okay. Still going through here, sorry.
Nick, there is a question here from Joe I'd like to answer. Says if you're potentially looking at both box out sports and Scoreshots, what are the benefits of Scoreshots? Joe, actually, we did have a relationship with Box Out that was terminated, and our new partner is now with Scoreshots directly. The benefit of being with Scoreshots is you do get the full integration process between Presto and Scoreshots, where we did not have that before with our previous partner, Box Out.
Cool. Let's see here. So another good one here from Ali Young. Can you schedule the post to social media to be posted at a later time or date? I believe you can in the Scoreshots interface, correct?
Yes, you can in Scoreshots. Yep, you can definitely do that in Scoreshots. So you can schedule out a month in advance, even further out, I think. But yeah, you can definitely schedule posts. So that's what a lot of our partners do right now. They'll create a bunch of templates the month before or a couple of weeks before, so you can schedule out and have them, schedule them out however you want to go out whatever channels you need to go out as well. So yes, we do have scheduling within Scoreshots.
Cool. And then Alex, I don't know, do we in the Presto CMS you would just have to post right away, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So I would go with Doug and Scoreshots there if you want to post it, especially if you're doing it like a month in advance. But yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Ali. Let's see here. Still got here. This is for Doug. Is there any progress in adding Instagram? From Candace.
That is something that we've been talking about. It's basically, we're just waiting for, since Facebook bought Instagram about 1.5 years ago, they changed the way that they approved the code process. So we do have the workarounds right now with when you can add in your cell phone information in the phone book option, and then send that finished graphic to your cell phone, and then basically just download the graphic or video and then post to Instagram. It's something that we're not sure. It's basically kind of on Instagram / Facebook. So we don't know if that, when that would be, when they would approve that. The hope is yes, eventually, but we just don't have a timeline. So we do have the workaround with the phone book option though.
Cool. Is there a way to demo the graphics that are available in each package? That's a good question. Doug, do you have any? I mean, there's not a way to demo it, but is there a way to see what each template that's available within each package, I suppose?
When they say package, they mean the different packages that we're like selling?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I think that's how I'm taking that.
Okay, so I know, we have the one with the 100 templates. I can get some more information as far as that. That was Mackenzie that asked that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Doug,
Yeah,
Doug, maybe just present how many actual templates are available for each package group. Do you have that on hand?
So yeah, we have 100 templates with the one package, and then the rest of the other packages is all 460. Right now we have a little over 465 templates in our engine. So that's the main difference is the lowest package has 100 templates, and then the rest of our, the rest of the packages have all 465 or so templates, and then so that's the main difference. I can try to get some more information as far as some of the templates that are included in the 100 package for you, Mackenzie.
Cool. Yeah, the store website. Sorry, I know I'll type it to you there, Brandon. But it's just shop.prestosports.com. I just sent that to you there. Oh, thanks, Charles. Let's see here. And then Allie did have a little suggestion for you, Doug, for the Instagram. If you can include the ability to upload to an Instagram story with a smiley face. Okay, let's see here. We still got, I believe, about 17 more minutes. So, we can get any more questions, keep going. Let's see here.
Nick, it looks like I have one that we might have skipped over. This may have already been answered, but let me go ahead and ask this question. This is to either Alex or Doug. Does Presto Sports, are we going to be able to go through Presto Sports into Scoreshots to create the template? Is there a way to have the teams / scores, etc., automatically populate? So maybe that's more of a question for Alex.
Yeah, so kind of like Nick mentioned earlier, that has to do with the integration with stats a little bit. So when that is built and finalized in future releases, you will be able to add like stats along with scores for the team for that specific event. So yes, that will be a feature down the road.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that.
Let's see here. Is this something athletes can use if the athletic department has the access, and can they provide more limited access for them to personally post graphics?
I would say the answer to that is they would have to have specific access to CMS. And so if you have the ability to give athletes access to CMS, but I don't really think that that's something that would be done.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I think it's made, and Doug, correct me if I'm wrong. It's made, mainly for the staff, and I think that within Scoreshots, you can create as many users as you want, but I mean, could probably get a little bit bogged down if you have, an entire roster of a football team wanting to create their own graphics. You probably wouldn't want that.
Yeah, that could definitely, I mean, you can like you just mentioned, you could have, staff or a student intern, but if you had, if you had a football, team that wanted to create graphics and stuff, it could definitely get a little crazy. So, I mean, you could do that, but technically I wouldn't advise it to do it. It could definitely get a little crazy. I mean, you could give it to a coach and then, he can sit with the student athletes if they want to create some graphics or something like that. So, I mean, you could do that, but I don't know if you want to give them access to, the Scoreshot side or the Presto side. That could definitely get a little mind-boggling.
Yeah, that I would probably agree. This is from Brian Van Nacker. Hi, nice to hear from you there, Brian. Hope you're doing well. His question is there a thought on increasing the number of user accounts within each package? Right now, it looks like there are only 6 user accounts with the Pro package, and most schools will have more than 6 sports/coaches that would want to use this to create graphics.
I think that's more a question for you, Doug, on the Scoreshot side.
I can repeat.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we can talk about internally. I mean, I know that, a lot of teams, or colleges will have more than, like you mentioned, more than 6 accounts. So that's something I could talk to Rick about. Actually, I have a conversation with him later today, so I can mention that, see if there's a way. Because I know, like they mentioned, like Brian mentioned, there's, a lot of colleges will have more than 6, and especially now, I think, with everything going on, with the virus and whatnot, a lot of we've seen a lot more coaches creating templates, which is awesome to see. Before the one limit was time, and now all coaches, because of what's going on, have time to really learn the Scoreshot system. So more colleges are giving their coaches accounts. So I'll talk to Rick about that and about the limit right now and see what he says.
Cool. And then I guess my own question on that would be, and maybe others, can you have a baseball user? Like, let's say it's baseball at, school.edu, and then all the baseball coaches can use that one email. Is there a restriction on email?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. I know we had, at the high school level that we work with, there's a couple schools that are actually, starting sports and media programs or classes. And as project, they're using Scoreshots. So they'll have a group email, so that students can, have that access. So that's definitely a good question, about creating a baseball email, and then all coaches on the baseball team can have access to. So that's definitely something, it just depends on the school. I know some schools, don't like having the generic emails, but that's something that if the school has that possibility, definitely look into it. But that's a good suggestion. I like that.
Cool. And then let's see here. I got a couple questions, and we still have about, I think, 12 minutes. But Doug, if you wouldn't mind, a couple of people were kind of wanting just to get a little bit more of a feel of what the type of templates. Would you mind possibly just kind of going through and checking out the different templates that are there?
Yeah, let me go back to my screen here.
And then Adam, great question. Yeah, you are able to set the default colors and main logos. So once you do that within the backend, or once that's set, then it is automatically populated. So you don't have to do that every time for your own colors and logos. That was for you, Adam.
Everybody can see my screen, correct?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'll just go to the Scoreshot side here. So I'll get out of the post game since everybody saw those. So I'll just have it set for this is all of our templates. So this will give you a wide spectrum of the different templates that we have. Again, we have a variety of different sizes. We even have, templates for Zoom backgrounds that we added about probably 3 weeks to a month ago. And a lot of schools love this. We have this one is a great one to, just to recognize your seniors with with a picture. And then we have another one, if I kind of down a little farther, this one that has quote. You can add a quote from from your coach or even the student athlete or captain talking about so just a variety of different ways that you can kind of show your senior class, recognize your senior class. I know most colleges are done, but still you can do it through the summer, and great way to promote your underclassmen as well. And then we have a variety of different like team leader ones, one to recognize your team captains, a winning streak one that we launched about 2 or 3 months ago. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorite templates. And then we also have ones, with animation. So this has a score counter that counts all the way up to the final score. These are, again, perfect. These ones are perfect for Instagram or Facebook story. The sign graphic is another really cool one that our graphic designers designed. Thought they did an awesome job on this one. So just a variety of different ones. Here's one with the animation for the score counter. And this one has an example of the video. So we have the basketball practice here with the win. So just a variety of different, templates. Even the one with the luggage tag was another one that is one of my favorites. A customer actually asked us about having a luggage tag, and we made it for social media. So this is one that you could actually print out for teams that travel. You can create a luggage tag and then print it out. And then we have the social media version as well. So just a really variety of different templates. You keep scrolling down a little bit so you can kind of get a sense of the different ones.
Hey,
Again,
Doug, do you have a specific? I'm sorry, Doug. Do you have a specific one around award winners?
Award winners, yeah, sure. So if we go to player performance, we have ones with like player of the week. So this is one that you can have. If you have offense, defense, special teams like for football, for example, or basketball. This is a really nice one. And then we have, ones like this player of the week is a really nice one, as well as this one right below it with the player stats. So these are obviously great for, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. This one's great for Instagram and Facebook story. So a variety of really different ones. So you can use these for awards or players, players of the week. Even one we have players to watch. So this is really nice. Obviously, you could use this for football, but you could use it for for any sport: basketball, cross country, running. Even again, there was a question about changing for esports. You could just change out the information here and make it for esports. So a lot of variety that we have in our templates, but this is just an example of some of the ones, the players to watch. And this is a nice one for, you can do it for players to watch or, awards or happy birthday like this one here. So really just a variety of different templates that you can really utilize that we have with our engine. So, and again, if there's something in our engine you don't quite see, and you've seen something on social media and you're like, I really wish this was in the Scoreshots platform, and we have 465 in our engine, so a little bit of everything. But we do get requests. Hey, I saw this on social media. By all means, reach out to us. We have the support chat here. Most of you guys, I think, now have my email. Reach out to us and let us know, hey, I saw this on social media. Would love to see something like that added in your engine. So just a variety of different templates, and a ton of different variety, pretty much a little bit of everything and then some. So, just a huge amount of templates and just a ton of variety. And, if you're going through the template here, and that was one thing I meant to point out and I didn't, you can, as you're going through the engine, you can favorite these templates, and then what happens when you favorite the templates, they will show up on the top menu here. So, if you're going through looking for different templates, trying to get ideas for the summer, for the fall, you can favorite the template and you can find it a lot easier. So with 465 templates in our engine, we do have a lot. So it's a nice way to, basically find that template a lot quicker. So I hope that answers the question about, seeing the different variety of templates. If there's one that they're looking for in particular, just let me know, and I can, while I'm sharing my screen, I can show them.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. The one I was messing with, I thought the really cool one was the signing day graphics. You guys, I thought that those were really, really cool. especially now.
Yeah, that's one that I really love. I've seen, multiple high schools and colleges using it. It's one of our more popular ones, the signing day one. And we're going to be rolling out a few new ones over the summer. So stay tuned, everybody. So we got some stuff in the works, but yeah, this is one of my more popular ones. As a pass lacrosse coach, I love it. I love seeing these type of templates. So definitely, I love all the templates we have, but these are some of my favorite ones. And the Wednesday wallpaper one, this wallpaper one, we released about probably 3 to 4 weeks ago. And it's been the most, probably in the top 5 the last 3 weeks since we released it, 3 or 4 weeks. So this is a really cool one too. So good way to get your social media presence up while the seasons are on hold right now. So just different ways to really gather interest from your fans.
Cool. Yeah. That was one of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Joe here. Could you create a way to insert your own video instead of the general one with the score? And I think that was in reference to the win graphic. I believe the answer is yes.
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 Yep. You can. I can show you right now. So if I just click on this template, so yeah, you have the ability to add any video. That's just a placeholder. If I go to the player image here, like where I already had that image, if I go to, it'll default to photos, but I can go to videos, and then this is the videos that we already have preloaded in our engine or media folder. So if I just go to this baseball one, for example, I just click it, and then what'll happen is it'll add the baseball player to that template. And I apologize because my computer's 10 years old, so it usually takes a little while to get the video working. But once I clicked it, it'll start in a second here, and it'll show the video. Here, you can see it coming. There it goes. So you can add the video. So yes, you can add that one that template had the video. That was just a placeholder. So when you open it, it won't show that video. You can add your video however you need to.
Cool. Yeah, that's so awesome. Let's see. Yeah, well, we're coming up on 1 hour, but by no means does that mean we have to stop it right at the top of the hour. But I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Any more questions?
Hey, Doug, you'd mentioned earlier that if you go directly to the Scoreshots website, that's where folks that may want to use Scoreshots on the mobile view, is that the best way to get there?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you can just
show us a quick example of that.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, like, on my screen, I have, next.scoreshots.com. So that's all you have to do on the mobile. So you go to a web browser and just go type in next.scoreshots.com, log in, and then basically it'd be a more mobile interface than this that you see here. So yeah, and then basically very similar to the setup that we have here. And then
okay, so it'll just convert automatically to the mobile version. I got it. Thank you.
Yep, that's correct. Sure, no problem.
And we'll open it up for any more questions. If anybody has them, feel free to use the Q&A chat.
Alex, we have another question. I'll throw it out there. The question is from SK. I believe in the past we needed to have an XML file uploaded into the Presto CMS to make infographics for that event sport. Is this still the case for sports that don't use XML files, swimming, wrestling, etc.? Are we able to use these graphics? Or can we produce a graphic for a basketball post-game before the XML file is uploaded?
Yes, so actually the example we just did, they didn't have an XML uploaded for the event. So yes, you can add an infographic without having to upload stats files. So yes, for swimming, wrestling, track, cross country, yeah, you are free to add an infographic from the Presto CMS that way. Great.
Another question coming in from Julia. Is there a way we can download the graphic to our desktop?
Yeah, so when you view the graphic, and let's go back here to Presto CMS. So when you view the graphic here in the website tab, you'll see the JPEG file. If you click view here under options, That'll give you the graphic, and you can also save it here. And I'm sure Doug in Scoreshots, you can also download it to your desktop as well. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Question coming from Max. Max is asking if they're able to upload their official school colors and font. Max, yes, you can do that within the system, and then they will always be readily available to you after you've uploaded those. Alex, I noticed a question came through the chat functionality instead of Q&A. Let me grab that one real quick. Is there a way to rename the infographic once it moves from Infographics to Presto?
Rename the infographic, like, I'm assuming rename the file name? Like
I
the
think
URL?
that's what they're asking, yes. Can you rename the file name?
Yeah, you can. You should be able to rename it here if you want to. You can always change the file name when you edit the details of the image. But yeah, you can if you want to after the fact, certainly.
So another question from Steve, when will this be available to start using? This is available now if you are a current subscriber of Infographics with Presto Sports. This is available to you and you can start using it immediately. Let's see. Here's a new question coming through. I may have been late and missed the answer, but do the graphics automatically integrate into the live stream?
I guess I'm not sure what the live stream we would be integrating to. Maybe a stretch stream, but I don't think they would automatically integrate. If I'm understanding the question correctly.
Yeah, I think that's how they're asking. I believe that is not a possibility at the moment. Let's see. Yes, that was for a stretch question. Okay, another question coming in. If we previously had the infographics option currently available through Presto CMS, will we need to do anything to get the Scoreshots templates? No, we've actually already taken care of that for you. So if you are, again, a current infographic subscriber with Presto Sports, then once you go to the back end, you will automatically be redirected to the Scoreshots CMS for you to create your infographics. So you shouldn't have to do anything. Another question coming from Thomas. Can you just download the completed graphic, or do you need a URL to post it on social media?
Yeah, so kind of what I went over with when you view the graphic from the website tab, you can click view on the far right under options when you're viewing the graphic, and then you can just right click and download. I can show that again here real quick. Okay, so when you create the graphic, it'll show up here in the website tab. There's the graphic we just created, and if you click on it, click on the file name and then click view here under options, you can right click and download so that it will save onto your desktop. So yeah, that's how you would download the actual file. You don't just need a URL.
Okay, great. Alex, another question. Are you able to use this feature if they are a stats-only Presto website? Yeah,
so they will not be able to use the feature. You must have a Presto website with us to use it so that we can create the URL for the graphic to be posted anywhere. So unfortunately, if you do not have a Presto website, you will not be able to use this integration.
Okay, I think we've answered all the current questions. We'll just give it a few minutes to see if there's any additional questions. Don't be shy, guys. If you have a question, please send them through the Q&A feature. New question coming through. What are the subscription costs to add the infographics feature in Presto, or if are subscribers to Scoreshots previously? So if you already have a subscription through Scoreshots directly, we can talk to you offline about that. And if you have not yet become a subscriber to Infographics with Presto, we would encourage you to reach out to either our sales team at sales@prestosports.com, or you can also see all the details at our website, which is shop.prestosports.com, and you get all the details about the packages that are available. Alex, Steve Smith has a question about, he missed the answer to creating non-game releases. Can you address that, please?
Yeah, so non-game releases, sorry, just a little confused. I guess you would need an actual event in order to get that add infographic button in game day. So it does need to be associated with a game, if that's the question. If I'm not understanding that, feel free to follow up, but I think that's what you mean by non-game releases.
Okay, once again, if you have a question, feel free to put it in the Q&A chat feature below. It's on the far right-hand side of your screen. Okay, we'll just give it a few seconds here. As just a secondary reminder, if you are not currently subscribed to an infographics package, you can see all of the packages available to you by visiting shop.prestosports.com. And then if you want more detail or you want to talk to a sales rep, you can send us an email at sales@prestosports.com. And a member of our sales team would reach out to you. Byron, yes, we will be sending out a recorded version of this webinar in the next few days. And you are happy to rewatch it as many times as you need. I know it's a lot of information during the demo, and so you may have missed something in particular. But yes, we'll be sending that out later in the week. A question coming through about the different packages. So I don't have all the specific details here in front of me on those particular packages, but I'm happy to address any questions offline for you, SK, that you may have in terms of the package. If you already had a package with Presto, then the same package that you had purchased previously would follow through to the Scoreshots package. There are 3 different main packages. There's a basic, a pro, and a premium package. They're listed as pro or starter, pro, and all-star. And so you might know them as basic, pro, and premium. And so whatever package you had previously with Presto, you would get the same package under the new Scoreshots integration. There's a question coming through from Bruce, who looks like he's an SID Help customer. Will this work on the SID Help platform? In terms of the integration, we don't have an integration through that platform, but you are able to still utilize the Scoreshots graphics directly with the Scoreshots CMS. Okay, at this time, I'd like to open it up for any final remarks or questions from our colleagues and or our guests today. If there's any final questions, please send those to the Q&A chat feature. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping up shortly. Okay, looks like we have another question. If we were doing a redesign on our SID Help platform website this summer, will the infographics then work with the new Presto redesigned site? So yes, if you're transitioning from SID Help to Presto, then once you have a Presto site, the integration will be at your full disposal, Tom. Alex, it looks like we have a question about account and access. If we wanted to allow coaches, as an example, to create graphics through this platform, but not allow them access to the remainder of the Presto CMS, is that a possibility?
Yeah, so they would need website tab access to create the infographics, but they can always use your login or whatever login has website tab access to access the infographic section. But yeah, if they want to create infographics, they will need a website tab access.
Really great questions, guys. Do you have anything further today? All right, it looks like we don't have any new questions coming through. So I'd like to turn things back over to my colleague, David, for our final thoughts and wrap up.
Well, thank you, Charles and Alex and Doug, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. As we said at the beginning of the webinar, we will send out a recording later this week, along with some other follow-up material. So please be on the lookout for that. There's been a lot of positive engagement with this webinar series and a lot of really positive questions. So we're looking forward to introducing this solution to all of you. With that, we want to be respectful of everyone's time and give you back the balance of the hour. So be on the lookout for future webinar invitations. But for now, stay safe. We hope everyone has a productive summer. And we'll be sending out follow-up materials later this week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you to all our guests today. I appreciate your time. And we look forward to servicing you in the future. Thank you.